see, he's back. I know y'all saw that I was at work earlier. I did a food demonstration, nutrition. Recovery is the inside job. Is my Tuesday group. So if you're in the LA area and you're a consumer or someone that needs a support group, that's the class where we speak on the nutritional health over there on 120th and Wilmington and Watts. So, at Behavioral Health Center. So subscribe. And I had to say in the title, man, my friends and my colleagues and people I run across in these last 4 years and few months, I thought the plan was to lift every voice in plan, but I never seen it come about. Now, I've seen some of the other plans of my 18 years of working for the county of certain legislation that passed. Like the diversion one, and then it rolled back for like jails and stuff. And then we was going to do all these things, a whole lot of plans. Right out here, I basically was hired through, the Mental Health Service Act 18-something years ago, a person with lived experience. And now this Lift Every Voice bill, never seen the light of day of it at all. And when you bring the conversation up at a meeting, a town hall, or anything, let me know down in the chat, have you ever brought this plan up in any of your meetings or in your neighborhoods or town hall? And was kind of scratching your head like, wow. Let me look in the magnifying glass. What was our legislators like tricked, like the way the Man in Black, click, click, like click, click, trick, looking to the light. And then all of a sudden, when someone bring up the plan, well, we ain't got time for that. I brought it up one time. We ain't got time for that. We trying to get these reparations. Well, it seems we should have took some baby steps if we hit it that way. So subscribe, and we're going to have this is part one, and we're going to check out one of these screens. And now sooner or later, I'm going to learn how to use this contraption right here, and I'll let you see what this is when we get back. So I hope I don't be doing some struggle screaming. So let's see. Boy, you better not be screaming over here. Go like this, go like that. Now, you see Lift Every Voice plan, Joe Biden, Roland Martin, 4 years ago. Then he did another one. And then these guys. So, in other words, let's check out this real quick, since the first one came up.
Today, online, by phone, or by mail, and help inform hundreds of billions in funding for education.
So let's get back.
North Carolina State Senator Marlon Kempson. Senator Kempson, glad to have you on the show.
Good to be with you, Roland.
South Carolina obviously is going to be a huge state. Yesterday we had Jamie Harrison on the show. He is running, of course, against Senator Lindsey Graham, trying to unseat him. Democrats need to pick up 4 seats in the Senate to take control of the United States Senate. But when it comes to African Americans, the plan that Biden has, does it actually address the concerns of African Americans, folks who are saying they want to see real strong results, real initiatives when it comes to our needs?
Listen,
I think it does. With all plans, you can always improve upon the plan. But I have reviewed the Lift Every Voice and Sing plan and the racial equity component of the Build Back America plan that was crafted with the input of many who've been at the table advocating for economic parity and true criminal justice reform. Those such as Jim Clyburn, Maxine Waters, and others have been doing this for a long time now, and so they had substantial input. For me, the challenge being in a red state is about money. Politics without economics is a symbol without substance. And when I review this plan, it has real money in here for Black America. $100 billion housing, affordable housing fund, a $50 billion investment in incubator businesses for people that look like us.
Now let's stop right there, y'all. Now you see what this guy was talking about. What's his name? South Carolina State Senator Biden surrogate. So to me, it don't sound like he was saying much. It sounded like he wasn't saying much. You see how much time passed by? I haven't heard no word or no sight of Marlon here. Haven't heard no word from him. So, and we sure didn't hear no word from Maxine Water. It seemed like the plan was as it was scripted, as what we saw. Let's rack up some charges. Let's sick some watchdogs and guard dogs, people that share my complexion, that then went to universities and Black colleges for 4, 2, 3 years to go after an individual, saying instead of building this plan that never seen light of day. I just never seen a light of day. I'm talking about, I work for the county, Department of Mental Health. And I saw the My Brother Keeper plan. And I saw it be in effect, but as soon as it came out to be a My Brother Keeper plan, everyone wanted to dabble in it. I seen things that our unit, our young adult unit did, transitional age group unit did, that was marvelous. And it was a bridge to work program, bridging people to work for either our contracting agencies or with the county. And I seen a couple of them that then got hired and went to other agencies. So I seen that plan come to effect. I was like, 26 years sober, Proposition 36, jail diversion, drug court, and all of those. I saw some of those come into effect. But when you're talking about now really getting some substance down where, we can get this economic strain off us. Now, I know a lot of y'all heard of Dr. Claude Anderson and economic book. And he used to be over there with Dr. Boyce Watkins. I haven't seen both of them collaborate in a while, but make a long story short, let's look at another video, and hopefully I'll learn how to hook this up and learn how to do this Scream Deck, because I know some of the podcasts have got things of this nature. But imagine this. We voted for that plan to take place, and it never seen the light of day. So hopefully I don't struggle screen right after this. Let's look at something else, because what triggered this plan? That's what I want to talk about. Let's look at what triggered this plan. Everybody, look at his voice plan. It just coming with a spirit like See, they always aimed to try to hit us right up here, right in the membrane. Hey, watch out. We got to do this gun violence. But when you really look at what his policy was and what he put out there, it's far from what you can ever believe. Also, with set aside funding issues screaming from disproportionate effects of COVID-19 has had on Black people. And then we always the primary target for, for outbreaks, diseases, the H1N1 virus. Oh, it's just really giving them, and then it rack up a whole lot of other funding streams. Because now we got to get on the ground in boots and put on these hazmat suits and then order all this stuff to try to stop whatever was either supposedly, allegedly. Some people say, this man-made virus came, it was passed from airport to airport. Well, y'all know the story. Y'all know the story, the script. And then we in the social media age where people were showing trains saying COVID-19. Everything to catastrophize, scare, and what's that word it said before this? Stereotypical jargons always aimed at the colors, the blacks, and if not this group, another group. It could be the ABC group. So let's get back to this part of the show. And remember to subscribe. And we're going to look at one more good one, baby. Let me put some color around here. See. So this is MC Recovery. I did a lot of things. Oh, and I got some other stuff that I'm hoping to do. Y'all see this hat right here. This hat right here is like South Central LA hat. And then, right. So I'm going to try to make either the black ones, and then if I make the white ones, they're going to look like this. So, but I'm going to wait for a certain payday, so I, put it on. And then hopefully, then I'll make something down there at the bottom store to see if I can sit up shop, and y'all can subscribe for some of those hats. I'm trying to think of the price because it's going to cost a certain amount to make. So it might be $30 or $35. I don't know. Until then, people have been asking me about them. And that's basically what I've been thinking about lately. Like, will I ever get to a place like that? So now the next one that I would like to look at, that's a short one. This is a short. Let's trip up with what this guy said. No, President Mark Morrow. And this one going to be a good one. Oh, fair use now, remember, you have to say that every time you do something of this nature. But like I said, boy, it seemed like the man in black flashlight must have blipped on the TV every time they said it, and we forgot all about this plan. This was the most craziest thing I ever seen. So let's check out. No, President Mark Morrell talks about Joe Biden lift every voice plan.
Happening right now, we want to get to greater perspective on things. So we've asked the head of one of the nation's largest historic civil rights and urban advocacy organizations to join us.
He also served as the mayor of New Orleans from 1994 to 2002 and holds a law degree from Georgetown University. Joining us now via Skype, the president of the National Urban League, Mark Morial. Mark, thanks for your time. Hey, thanks for joining us.
New York.
For those who might not know.
Congratulations to the Black News Channel.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We know you've been very supportive, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sir, for those who might not know, just give our viewers an indication of what exactly the National Urban League is all about.
We're a historic civil rights and urban advocacy organization
Fair
founded
use.
in 1910 in New York City to assist Black migrants who were moving to the north from the south to find jobs, housing, adequate living conditions, and economic opportunity. In the 1960s, we were one of the big six with the Southern Christian Leadership Conference led by Martin Luther King, my predecessor, Whitney Young, of Martin Luther King, and we were in the front lines of the civil rights struggles of then. Today, we have 90 affiliates across the nation. We provide direct services. And in COVID, we are providing direct services to people. We're assisting them in filing for unemployment, assisting small businesses in securing PPP loans, providing food to those who are food insecure,
I mean, they're trying to
providing
drag it.
programs
Well, I haven't
for
seen this
young
yet.
people who need that sort of support and help. And we're a powerful voice within the Beltway on issues of concern to Black America and all of those people in this nation, regardless of race, who favor justice.
You are a powerful voice, you and your organization. How has COVID-19 changed your trajectory? How are you able to help?
So let's get away from that. Let's see about the bill. Tell us about
The call.
Joe Biden invited us to the call. It was a powerful call. He made it very clear how important the African American community was to him, both from an elections standpoint and a governing standpoint. And of course, he gave great credit to the support of African Americans, particularly in South Carolina, for his ability to achieve his status now, which is as the presumptive Democratic nominee. One thing he did do, which I thought was an important step, is he released a plan for Black America. And other than the Jackson campaign of the 80s, this is the first time I've seen a major candidate release a, quote, plan explicitly dealing with issues facing Black America. And for us, the National Urban League, we shared our ideas from both the state of Black America and the Main Street Marshall Plan with not only Vice President Biden, but with everyone running and the incumbent too, saying these are the ideas, the policies, the plans that you should embrace.
See, now what I'm up here saying is that this is on the Black Network channel. This is on the Black Network channel. He's not being precise or on point with what that plan was. So feel free to go over there. I may send this link down there or go to their website. We have an urban league out here, and we never seen light of day of neither of these plans. So, like I said, this is just part one. We're going to get back to this. That's the New York chapter of the National Urban League, and we have many, many chapters. And it was founded at the time he said it was founded. So, family, I'm saying, boy, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of work that we got to jump up on. Until then, keep coming back. Man, but no one never will get on the subject of this. Google, but let that be voice plan. Wait a minute. I'm over here tripping. Let's take a look at this sucker, what I'm finna show. We got to see, like, now you see how specific they was with that plan. You didn't hear nothing of substance in that plan, but do y'all remember this? Let me try to find this one for you, baby. Because I forgot I got somebody else on the darn thing. Let's check out this one, and this is going to be for fair use. And I want y'all to check out when you scroll for this one. This is what you see. Check it out. Do y'all see it? Trip, this is what I'm talking about. Do you see what I'm talking about? I'm talking about, see, you got Club Shay Shay, the meeting. Now, this one is the one you should check out, the African Diaspora News Channel. They was definitely on it. Cube was on it. And then look, the Philip Scott podcast was on it. Now this one, I remember this one with Dr. Boyce Watkins. So other than that, the one that really took me through a loop was the one with Fox. And check out this. That one broke the camel back for me because, man, it was like they just straight forgot about the brother. And we're going to check out this plan.
Now, joining us now is a legendary rapper and film producer who is making headlines not only for his music, but his involvement with policy and politics.
Remember her?
Please, everybody, welcome Ice Cube. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
Hey, you.
Yo, what's up? What's up, Lisa Ray? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you.
Good. How's everybody doing?
Blessed.
Good.
And we're also very appreciative of you taking the time.
Came to the show pleasantly. Do y'all remember that? Pleasantly. And boy, and a lot of us remember what happened after that. Let's take it up a step. Came to the show very pleasant.
Time to come talk to us here. I know everyone's trying to get a piece of you and talk to you and have you on their platform. So we definitely appreciate that. So thank you. I want to ask you just out the gate how you're doing. You know, how have you been coping with the pandemic, the civil unrest? These are, Black people have always been through trying times, but it's a little extra right now on top of our regular strip.
You hear the way her voice is cracking?
We got another layer on top. You know, we got 10 on 20 right now. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. The pandemic, it hit everybody and caught everybody off guard. Thank God for D Nice, who started spinning them records, man, and kept people just, kind of, you kept our sanity, you know what I'm saying? And then the thing with George Floyd happened.
Yes.
Which shook everybody to our core. You know, when you hear a man, scream for his mama, I think everybody in the world felt that. So, everything switched reels for me.
See? And then you hear what he said. Everything then switched reels for him. But and I'm noticing the posture. Vivica Fox doing all this. Lisa Ray is like this. They all like it. They got their script. And a lot of us know what happened. When you say a plan like that, that's a family plan. That's a family plan. But nah, they was forced not to look at it like that. They looked at it like this. Let's go up a few notches. It was looked at it like this. This is when Ice Cube started to notice, wait a minute, they is on the attack for me.
What do we need across the board, not just from government, but from the private sector too? Because there's a lot of companies that are involved in our pain, and they got to pay up too. They owe us reparations as well in some shape or form. So it was nothing. I was looking around. I'm like, damn, where is the document? Where is the axe? What are we asking for?
And let's go
as people be in place already, but they're not. So I was just kind of saying, okay, we're going to starting an initiative. And I'll make a long story short. I was just basically saying, okay, we're going to go after the private sector. We're going to go after the banks. We're going to go after Hollywood. We're going to go after the people that we know got their hands in the cookie jar. You know what I mean?
See, and he's from the Hollywood stream, all of them. But the way they're looking like, that's going to mess up their purse, their pocketbooks. So let's move it up. And then it was individual educational battles.
This is NWA.
Thank you.
He was the first to say, fuck the police. So go sit down. Nobody's canceling Ice Cube, and if you are canceling, that's fucking stupid. Second of all, I do think that it is very good that you are taking an initiative to, and I like how you say bipartisan, because that means both parties. This is for both parties. We want both parties to jump onto this. This is not just, oh, this person, that person. We want everybody to grab a hold on to what African-American people need singularly. And I remember we talked about this on Cocktails. Remember, Lisa Ray, when you asked the question before, you were like, well, who's going to do something? Who's going to lead singularly for African Americans? Now, I do know that there have been tons of initiatives. CBC has initiatives all the time, Congressional Black Caucus, the Nation of Islam, right here, National Agenda. They've had an entire agenda that happened right after the Million Man March. It was presented to.
See, even though it's a show, but look, she had her homework ready. She put the book up there, but have she really ever read that book? Have she really read it? She didn't even say what's in the book. She just showed the book, put it down, and got back to what she was really there for.
What's the name? The president that was in, what's his name? Clinton. It was presented to the Clinton administration. So we have tried. There has been trying going on. But one thing I do like about your initiative is that it is singular to Black people. That gap, that wealth gap is a fool, and it does need to be fixed immediately. But here's my question. I watched you on the Black Report the other day, on Friday, and they asked you, hey, Q, what do you think about, when you see the Black Man March, and how does that make you feel? And you said something that was really profound that stood out to me. You said, you know what? I wish that Black people and Black men could watch this over again and get back to this, because you said, even myself, we need to get back to this type of unity, this type of connecting. And so my thing is, let's say whoever get in office, it ain't gonna matter. The initiative is set, and then it's like nothing's happening, or something is happening, or whatever, it's there. Now, let's say they give us all the $500 billion that we asked for. Do you honestly think, and I'm not even trying to be funny or trying to catch nobody up, and I'm just asking like a real question. With the state of how our community is already broken, how we already have PTSD, how we already are not connecting already interculturally, the infrastructure of African Americans in general is just jammed up, with or without money. Do you think, and what could be the process of, once we get this money, of implementing it properly into our communities and really being able to allocate it where it makes sense and matters, and what's going to be necessary for that to happen?
Well, what I said on the
See, and then you see how these questions are long questions. Everything just disingenuous. Long question. It's like,
show about the Million Man March was the fact that
see, that means she moved the goalpost. So, we don't want to hear that part, but check out what the next question was asked.
Statement though, Q.
Go ahead.
If the administration that is in there right now hasn't done it for the past 3.5 years, what do you think is going to make them start in the next 4 years that they are given more during a pandemic? I know you got to take a break. Hold that thought, but I just got to ask that and make that statement, because you can't make them owe them all of that, and they've been there for 3.5 years. So
I ain't trying to make them do nothing.
This was just presented.
So
we need them to do something if we're going to trust them to do it.
Hold on, guys. We got to take a quick break.
Okay.
I definitely want to talk about that. I definitely want to talk about, Q, you hit on some very, very good points about the military, but this current administration is using the military to enforce their own agenda, and we want to talk about that. So let's take a quick break. A lot of gems are being dropped here. We'll be back with more Cocktails with the Queens when we return after this break. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queen.
Me, he made it.
Give him no plus
I
signs
understand
whatsoever.
that, but check this out. I'm talking about pressing him to give things to Black people. These are country issues. I'm talking about Black people pressing him to give things to Black people. Everybody treated him like the boogeyman. Nobody would go and press him to give things to Black people. The stuff.
And do y'all hear what he said? So to get more reference of what that was all about. It's still a few screams here. Even check out the way Club Shay Shay did it. I might do that one tomorrow, but it's like there's plenty of more of that. So in part 2, we may look at some other sides to this, and look how the questions is worded and phrased, and that he already realized, Q realized, oh man, this is so disingenuous, and he put a lot of them up on game. So until then, this is MC Recovery. Remember, recovery is an inside job up here too, and don't allow and to take care of your mental health. Just take a little nibble of the different news segments, and don't allow it to ride your heart, as the way my pastor put it, and my other like-minded friends put it. Until then, peace.